And I suppose any time would be good.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday evening. I am Robin, and behind the computer and behind the camera where you can't see him is Bill. We are Raincross Farms Makery. We are located just outside of Lewiston, Idaho, and we've got a fun craft for you tonight. So hop on, say hello, let us know you're watching, invite your friends. And I am going to take just a moment to pull this up on my phone. And that way I can see comments up close. So say hello. Hello, Patty. Hello. Let's see. I see Leanna and Jean are watching. Welcome. I am going to take just a moment and share out my video to a couple of craft groups.
Well, okay
so
then.
That one, and
I suppose I have to watch.
Yes, you do. Okay, let's do that one. Sounds good. Okay, and back to the video. Come on, where'd you go? There we go. So, hello. Hi, Cheryl. Pets and friends and everybody. Welcome, welcome. Like I said, happy Saturday evening. Hope you had a great first day of your weekend. You know what you need to do tonight? You need to move that clock forward an hour, or you'll end up late to church. Is it late to church? This is the late to church time of year,
yes,
right? Not the early to church.
The next day.
This is the really embarrassing, because if you come in the fall, if you come an hour early to church, nobody really needs to know. But if you come late, an hour late, they kind of know.
You just came for the snacks.
Yes. Okay, so if you're watching our live, if you are so inclined, please like and love our video and follow our page and share it out to your friends, to your page, to any craft pages that you belong to. We would appreciate that. Hello, other Patty. Two Patties on.
Two Patties.
Your clocks set themselves. Most of ours do. The cars don't. And actually, no, I think there's one clock. Oh, the clocks in the guest rooms will finally be right. Because they're these really old clock radios, and every time I go to change it, I have to actually Google the model number of the clock and find the directions on how to change the time. So actually I didn't do it in the fall. So they'll finally be right. So if Alana gets on here, she will actually have correct clocks in the guest room. Oh, grandfather clock and the cuckoo clocks. Yeah. Okay, so tonight's project. I don't know if you look at crafty stuff on Facebook. All you have to do is click on a few things and then you start getting a million things in your feed. Or if you're watching on Pinterest, but something that keeps coming up over and over and over is these egg wreaths. And at first I kind of thought, but now after seeing like 100 of them, I thought, I kind of like that. So we're going to make one of these egg wreaths, and we'll see how we like it. Okay, so the supplies. The basic supplies you'll need 2 of these wreath forms from the Dollar Tree. Most of this is from the Dollar Tree. Not all of it, but most of this is from the Dollar Tree. So you'll need 2 of these, and they are, let me see if I can tell you how big they are. They are the 14-inch wreath forms. Although you could probably do smaller ones. It just depends on your eggs. So I'm gonna clip those off. So you need 2 of these. You will need some eggs. Now, some people say they actually use real eggs, and not that we don't have real eggs, but I'm going to use these fake ones. These are from the Dollar Tree. So
I'm thinking you're referring to eggshells.
Eggshells. Well, some people, Some people, I think, hard boil them. They just don't plan on using them very long. So I got these. I got 2 sets of these. So I have like a dozen of them from the Dollar Tree. And these are not the kind that open up. They're just little decorative eggs. And they're kind of a gold color. But we're going to paint them up. So we're going to get started on that. Hey, I see Damnitsa is watching. Okay, so I've colored some of them already. I painted them already with chalk paint because I didn't want to do all 12 of them. I'm using 12 for this size wreath. I didn't want to do all 12 of them while you're watching. So I did 3 of them in fawn, which might actually be a little too dark. I was looking for more like a brown egg, a chicken egg. Might be a little too dark, but it'll work. And I did some celery color. These are both Waverly chalk paints. Chalk paint binds really well and covers really well. And I am going to take these, and they're plastic, so they kind of have, I don't know, little sharp pieces of plastic that are sticking out and kind of the seam. So I'm just going to take a little sanding block and I'm going to kind of knock down. It has a little hole in the bottom. I'm just going to kind of knock down any sharp edges. And then it's got the seam where it joins. Again, they don't open up, but they are joined together in manufacturing. And I'm just gonna scratch up the surface a bit all the way around. This one actually has a little boo-boo, but that's okay. We'll put it on the bottom. Hey, Alana. Tied up on the phone for a minute. Okay, well, we'll go slow. We'll go slow till you get here. Now, I suppose you could use the big plastic take apart and fill Easter eggs, whatever. I just really didn't want to see that that line in them. Because eggs are flying everywhere. I just really didn't want to see that line after I painted it because it will show a little bit. And these only have lines going the up and down on the egg. You can also spend a little more money. You can get like the paper mache eggs or whatever works. But these were $1 for 6 of them. So I'm happy. And again, I'm just knocking off the rough spot there. So how many of you have seen these egg wreaths online or in stores? I don't know. I haven't been to a craft store in a long time. I don't know if these are even out there. So you tell me, maybe those of you that live closer to a Michael's or a Hobby Lobby, have you seen these? Have you seen these egg wreaths? Or do you even know what I'm talking about? Are you completely redoing things over there? You're just playing around. Are you just playing around?
I'm just trying to find out why this this system is running so sketchy tonight. It's just real bad. And I mean, it's not our satellite. I was seeing if it was a setting in the computer. I don't know.
Who knows?
It's just rough.
Okay. Well, if it gets really, really bad and completely kicks us off, I don't know. We might have to.
We have lost connection twice.
Well, if for some reason we completely lose touch, we will come back on, so sit tight. Okay, so I'm gonna just wipe these down a little bit. Okay, Patty has not seen them. Well, good, this will be something new. Okay, this one I didn't sand. Oops. Okay, anybody else have seen them or not seen them? Because if you haven't seen them, I can do them any way I want, and you won't have anything to compare them to. Okay. So, glad these things aren't real eggs. Okay, got those cleared off. Now, I'm going to, when I paint them so I don't make a huge mess, I am going to use these wooden skewers. We used them last night to make the roses, but I'm just going to stick each egg on a skewer so I don't have to get my fingers all painty. So we're going to paint these other ones, a pink and a blue. So we kind of have a wide range of pastels represented. So we'll have our green and our brown, because you know chicken eggs come. Leanna hasn't seen them.
I don't know if anybody saw Lulabelle's post of her. We had a 12-pack of eggs a couple days ago, and it was every shade from blue all the way to green and browns and into white. It was actually it was a neat looking photo.
Okay, now I am finding that this takes about 2 coats of paint, even though it's chalk paint. I think because it's the plastic, it's taking 2 coats. So let's start painting. And this stick makes it really easy because I can just kind of spin it around. And I'm not worried too much about clean brush strokes because you're really not going to be seeing them too up close. And we are going to attempt to splatter paint them. Honestly, I haven't splatter painted in quite a few years, so we'll see. It might be a hot mess.
I splatter paint every time I paint.
Now I'm sticking this into a styrofoam block. And this one is a little bit bigger, so I mean the hole is a little bit bigger, so it's not snugging up against that stick. So I'm just holding it down till I paint the bottom. You can paint these bright colors, and you don't have to use chalk paint. You could use acrylic paint, you could use spray paint, you could use whatever you want. You could use our chalk paste and water it down to paint consistency. But I happen to like using chalk paint. So to put that off to the side so it balances. I'm going to do 3 of each color. More.
Yay, Alana's here now. Let the party start.
So we are more than halfway to our 10 hours of lives. I think we are at 5 hours and 40 minutes as of last night. So yay. And we're a ways away from our stars goal. But we have a little bit of time. That one in, and now I'm going to come back to this. I'm going to put the lid on that. I'm going to stick that there, and now I'm going to do 3 of them in this blue. This pink is called Ballet Slipper, and this is a different brand. This is Folk Art Home Decor, and its color is Glacier. So it's a real icy blue.
You get the Waverly at
I believe
Walmart.
the Waverly has been at Walmart. I'm hearing that some Walmarts have discontinued carrying it. Ours still carries it, but on the Walmarts that have discontinued it, they've replaced it with another brand. So pretty much chalk paint is pretty comparable, whatever brand you get. So I just kind of go by the colors I want. And now I think the Folk Art brand was from Joann's. Okay, so there's my pretty blue. Stick that in the styrofoam.
Oh, I've been playing with this feed so much, I have missed turning off the logo. Well, there you go. I've been checking everything. I don't see what the problem is.
Well, like I said, the first time I saw these, I was underwhelmed, but they kind of grew on me. So if you haven't seen them before, I'm kind of hoping you aren't underwhelmed also. Give them a chance. Let them grow on you. They're a very farmhouse style.
Because
it's
she's
eggs.
seen them and they're very springy.
Springy, Eastery, depending on the colors. I've seen people use all white eggs. I've seen people use all brown eggs. I've seen people use bright colors, and I've seen them with pastels. And it's just kind of your taste. So I've got those 3 done.
Joanna's not online, but I have to give my sister a hard time. We went to her house one time around Easter, and we slept in their, I guess, the kids' playroom that she had for all of her grandkids, whatever. And she had the plastic eggs that come in half. She had glued them on the roof or on the ceiling.
On a board.
On a board.
And the board went up.
On the ceiling. And all these different colors of those bright plastic things, half an egg sticking down out of the ceiling. The craziest thing you've ever seen. And I thought, well, that's my sister.
It was fun to look at. Okay, so I'm going to give them just a little bit of a dry, and then we're going to work, and now I need your opinion. You never did figure out how to do that pole, did you? Do a pole?
Yeah, I know how to do it. I just don't know if I can make it do. Let me find out.
Okay, so what we're going to do is when we're done with this, let those continue to dry. They still need some more dry time.
What's your question for the poll?
Okay, so it's going to be a round wreath, and it's going to have these egg shapes all the way around them. And then we're going to put something in the middle. We're going to hang something in the middle. So my first question is, do we want, let me open these up. These are our simple shapes. So in this package, you get 2 round ones and 2 square ones. Okay, so we had this conversation about contrast and repetition. So we'll have a round wreath, we'll have roundish eggs all the way around, and then we're going to have something hanging down in the middle. Do we want to continue with repetition and do a round thing dangling down, or do we want to do contrast and do a square shape hanging down? So tell me what you think. Do you think the square shape hanging down would look good? Or the round shape?
Hold on, I'm putting it together for you.
You A-R-E.
Yeah, I can't speak. My
Okay.
eyes aren't focusing tonight.
There you go. Okay, so be thinking about it. Okay, so we've got a round, we've got a square. Everybody gets to vote. And we'll see if that works. We'll see if the poll works. He's trying something new.
It says create the poll. I'm trying.
Okay.
Not published. How do I publish it?
Okay, maybe you can't.
I might not be able to do it midstream.
Oh, crazy chicken lady. Well, I'm apparently the chicken whisperer. Not really. I whisper to my chickens, though. Okay, so it's not coming up with the poll. We'll keep playing with it. Okay, so we've got 1 round, 1 square. Okay, now he's activated the poll.
Oh, there it goes. Okay, on my phone, it popped up on my phone. And then they're going to say, it's going to say show results in video.
Okay, so what Patty said, it depends on what I'm putting on it. So I'm probably going to put on the words hippity hop. And the hippity hop will either fit on the square or the round. So it will just have some words and some eggs that will fit on either shape. So just let me know what you think. Square, let me hold them up one more time. Square to give some contrast, or round for some more repetition.
So did you guys get that pop up on your screen? Mine popped up and it just came up with a thing on my screen. No, I don't want to remove that.
Okay.
That's my vote.
Hi, Sylvia. Okay, so we have a round, a square, a round, and a round.
Well, let's see what my
Well, if they didn't see the poll, then they probably can't vote for
right
it.
now
Okay.
it's 3
Okay.
votes for round shape and 20
Okay.
or 1 round for square shape.
Okay. So, well, let's go. Okay, got the pop up. So let's go with
Hey,
round.
we learned something new.
Most of you voted for that. Again, if you didn't get your choice, I'm sorry, but that's the great thing about crafting. Do it yourself. You can make it do whatever you want. So my next question is, what color?
Oh, come on now.
What color do I want
Jeez,
it to
woman.
be? What color do I want it to be?
All right, let's
Okay.
go back to polls.
Okay. Well, pink or blue? Tell me, pink or blue? And I'm going to go back to drying these.
Okay, so it's 80% round and 20%.
Okay, so most people wanted round. Thank you for your votes.
Let's try this again now. Okay.
What color?
All right, so
Pink, blue, or I guess I could do green. Pink, blue, or green?
Should the words be printed?
No, I'm talking about the background.
The background.
The background. The background of the circle.
Okay, so first one was blue.
Pink, blue, or green?
Green. Okay, it's fencing.
Okay, now I'm wanting these to be really dry, because if they're not dry and I put a second coat on, it's just going to grab onto the wet and make a big mess.
Okay. Oh, look at that. Popped up again.
All right. Whoa, wait.
I think we learned how to do that. Okay. So those are the colors we've got going on.
Yeah, I don't want it to be the brown. There'll be too much brown.
All right, let's see.
Okay, so while we're voting, I'm going to put a second coat of paint on these, just to make sure they're really, really covered.
Well, it makes it tough when there's only 6 people watching.
Well, we need more people. I'm trying. I'm doing the stuff.
Well, the other problem is I only had 4 people vote so far.
Okay, so some people are out there
See how you are?
not voting, unless it's counting us as the other 2.
They might not be able to.
Or it might be you and me, and probably wouldn't be fair for me to vote. Because if I was going to vote, I should probably have just decided. I could be a tiebreaker.
Oh, things have changed. You have 5 votes on there.
Okay. Looks like we need, well, you gotta be careful. We could either have one more vote that is a tiebreaker, or one more vote that makes it a 3-way tie.
Pink and green are at 40%, blue is at 20%. It's like a horse race.
And pink and blue are neck and neck. No, green and pink are neck and neck. Okay, so that's all the blue ones.
Pink took over at 50%.
Pink over. Okay.
That's all the votes are in. Close the votes.
Okay, so blue is not the winner, so I am going to put my blue paintbrush in the water.
Pink is up with 50%.
Okay, so, and good, I don't have to get out another paintbrush. Oh, that's that one that isn't quite tight enough around the hole.
Thanks for voting.
Was that fun?
Well, it was
I
different.
wonder if that gives us points for comments if they vote
We're
in a
going to find
poll.
out. You know what? I just really don't care. But I do care what people think.
Okay, now you can have those pre-made, right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
next time, don't hit me at the last second.
Oh,
Hit
I
me
didn't.
with the coochie. I mean, for goodness sakes, I'm good, but come on. You're doing
Keep
a
you on
fine
your
job there,
toes.
by the way.
Keep you on your toes.
Keeping me on my toes.
Okay, I like these colors.
Do you want
I
another
like
pretzel?
these colors. I do like bright colors at times. But for this project, I'm liking these muted pastels.
It just reeks of spring. Reeks of
And
Easter.
it kind of reeks of farmhouse. Because farmhouse isn't like bright pink and bright green, bright blue. Okay, there we go. So I got the eggs painted. We'll continue to let them dry. Oops, and I got some blue on the brown, and that's okay. Now I'm going, what did we say? We said round and pink, right?
Hey, I was supposed to remember this?
Pink and round. So I'm going to take my simple shape, which comes, it's wood, it's about 1/8 of an inch thick. It comes finished in white. It's got a pretty wood surface. You can kind of see some wood grain, but it is completely paintable. It is completely sandable. So if you wanted to sand it down to a wood color, you certainly could. If you wanted to sand the edges, which I tend to like to do, but I'm not going to do that this time. I'm just going to put a single coat of the pink on this. Clean up my brush strokes. And then we will chalk on this and hang that in the middle. And I'm done with that brush. There we go. Okay, that's drying. Let me put these away. Pardon me. And put this out. See if we can get some of these dry. Next, we are going to what did I call it?
I don't know.
I've lost the word. Speckle.
Flatter.
Splatter. We're going to make speckled eggs with a splatter paint technique that I hope works. I know I've done it in the past, but it's been years back in my tool painting days. And you know, with these brush strokes, I can see a few brush, it kind of makes these eggs look like wooden eggs. We have chickens, and something you're supposed to do if they don't consistently lay where you want them to, is you take wooden eggs and you put them in their nesting boxes. And they are supposed to be encouraged to lay there because they see eggs. So we had a couple of those. They disappeared. So we don't know if some critter got in there and thought they were snatching an egg, but our wooden egg, both of them, disappeared.
Actually, I think one of them What were the teeth marks in it?
I think a dog got to that one.
I think it's on the garage where the girls were trying to lay.
Oh, you did find, okay. Well, then we lost one. Okay, so I think those are pretty much
It's hard on
dry.
the teeth, man. Chewing on
Okay.
those wooden eggs.
Next, we are going to prepare some paint for splatteration. So I have more chalk paint. This is in a dark brown. This is truffle. And I'm going to thin this way down. And I'm going to get a little stir stick. I don't need a lot of it.
Yeah, Cheryl, snakes will take down an egg. I'd hate to see that poor snake take down that egg.
Yeah, well, probably would have found that snake somewhere. Okay, well, let me see if that's going to be enough.
No, they regurgitate.
Do they?
Yeah,
Okay.
snakes will regurgitate anything that doesn't digest.
Okay, so I've got the truffle, the dark brown, and I'm going to water it down. And I'm going to stir it up, and I think that needs to be a little bit thinner. Don't want any clumps. Okay, slightly thinner. I want it thinner than paint. Well, yeah, it started out as paint. I don't want it too watery, but I want it to flow pretty easily. So I've got that. I'm going to hang on to that. I might need that. And I have a toothbrush. Woohoo! An old toothbrush that we're not using anymore.
Patty says splatter action.
Splatter action?
Splatter action.
Is that one word? Splatter
Yeah,
action.
You spelled it as one word. Makes sense to me.
Okay, now I'm going to do these just a few at a time. And I'm going to do them over this bucket so that I don't get splatter all over. I'm going to keep them on their stick, and I'm going to get some paint in the brush, and actually I'm going to practice. Okay, so what you do is you get paint on the brush.
What are you doing with my toothbrush?
It is not yours. Yours is purple. And then you take your thumb and you're going to drag it back across the bristles.
I'm so funny.
And it is going to splatter the paint on your surface. What do you think? Does that look like eggs to you? Does that look like real eggs? And then I'm going to turn them over.
You know what? I'm going to try something that I have purposely not done in the past.
And kind of go all around. You're not going to really see the back of them. Okay. So I've got my splattered eggs. What do you think? Can you see that? And I'm going to dry off my hand, and I'm going to quickly dry these. So they look like speckled eggs.
I'm going to go up to 175 to 6. Works for me.
I think that's cute.
That's the best I
can do.
Carol likes it, and it does look like real eggs. That is absolutely true. That's what Patty says. And yes, they look real, Alana says.
Okay, so not completely dry, but I'm going to carefully separate them, put them back in their styrofoam, and I'm going to get the next 3 out. And that wants to tip over. Don't tip over. Don't tip over. Okay, so I'm going to get these out. I'm going to get more paint on my toothbrush. Now I don't want it completely over the top. So I don't want drips.
Give them a
And
spin.
the more paint I have on my oops, too close. The more paint I have on the brush, the bigger my splatters are. When it gets, I think I'm going to have to mix up some more. Hopefully I'm not getting this all over me. Okay, see here, I was a little too close, so it's a little too splattery, but that's okay because that one will just go on the back. And I'm going to wash off that finger and give them a little bit of a dry. You didn't know we were going to be making speckled eggs. Now, even if you didn't want to do a wreath, wouldn't these be cute in a bowl or a basket? Just as a decoration. Oh, in the back of a red truck. I have a red truck. I might have to go to Dollar Tree and get some more of these. Okay. Goes back in to finish drying. Drying.
There it goes.
Okay, and I'm going to make up a little bit more of this. So I'm going to take just a little scoopy of paint.
Wait, a what of paint?
A scoopy of paint. That's a unit of measurement, a scoopy. And
I'm glad you said it with an S.
some water, not a poopy of paint. Okay, and I'm just kind of mixing it up. A little bit more water. Okay. And let's take the pink egg. Ooh, don't fall over. Don't fall over. Let's take the
Knocking
pink
everything
egg.
over. Glad you can't blame me on this time.
Okay. Pink eggs. Paint on toothbrush. And splatter, splatter, splatter away. Oops. I'm losing that one.
Got a little rough on it too.
I think I'm gonna try to fix that before I move on.
Well, if worse comes to worse, just repaint them, right?
Well, actually, you're not gonna see the back side of it, so that one can just go on the back.
You would never know what I would do with them. I might see the back of them.
And I gotta spin that around. I can't move my wrist that way. Okay. And splatter, splatter. Oh, that's big splatters.
I've seen eggs that look just like that.
Okay. So here we go. We've got a lot of splatter going on these. And I'm just cleaning off my fingers. Oh, I didn't dry those. I didn't dry those.
Dude, you gotta. I can't feed you that many, buddy. He's helping me with the peanut butter pretzels. Peanut butter pretzels, and he keeps wanting more, and I hate to give him that much salt. I give him the peanut butter out of the center, but
it's like you give him peanut M&Ms, you eat the outside, and
he gets the peanut.
He gets the peanut on the inside. Okay. Oop. Okay. Big clump.
That wouldn't be good for my boy.
Big clumps of splatter. Not so good. Let's clean that up just a little bit before we move on.
You're supposed to. It might be a little too thin.
Might be too thin. So I'll go to the edges where it seems like it's a little. Okay. Twist, twist.
Daisy went back upstairs. She's in her crate again. We found out she likes to just. She's happier up there. Upstairs in her crate.
Okay.
But Duke sticks around because,
There might be
peanut butter
food.
pretzels. Right, buddy? You are such a scrounge.
Okay. Last hand clean. Gotta run. Okay. Bye, Cheryl. So now we have made speckledy eggs. And I'm going to get these dry.
Now what do we do?
Well, we are going to put them in the wreath after they're dry. And there's a lot of water in there, so it's taking a little bit longer to dry than ordinary chalk paint. But that's okay. We've got nothing but time, right?
Yeah. No, we have an hour less time tonight.
Oh, that's true. Okay, so those big old spots are taking a long time to dry. So I'm going to soak up some of that. I'm making a mess. Don't do that. Don't make a mess. Just be patient. Be patient and let it dry.
Hi, Joyce from Hidden Valley, California.
Hello. I don't know where Hidden Valley, California is. Central? Is that near Grass Valley? Or is it hidden? Welcome, Joyce. We are former Californians, so we actually really are interested. Okay. Yeah.
We're Califormers.
Californians. Okay. Look, I got speckles all over my hands. So I'm getting rid of this.
On them too.
I'm getting rid of this. I will clean this up later. And I'm going to clean the speckles off my hands. And we're going to continue to let those speckles dry. I might have to do some dishes tonight to get all this paint off.
I already done them all.
Oh, well, we'll have to dirty up some more dishes. Okay.
Oh, I lost my feet again.
Clean up here.
Thank goodness it's rough tonight.
Okay. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take one of these and we're going to put it down so it's there. And we are going to take some moss, some Spanish moss. They sell this at Dollar Tree, but I believe I got this actual bag at Walmart. And I'm hoping I have enough. And we are going to take this moss. And if you've ever worked with moss, you know it can be a mess. And we're just going to lay it here inside this wreath all the way around. This is going to be like the nest for the eggs. I think I will have enough. And like I said, it's going to be everywhere. But I have a plan to kind of contain it a little bit.
Don't think that's our satellite.
Okay. And
That might have been our satellite then.
okay, so I'm kind of, okay, it's got all these little loose pieces that will just absolutely drive you crazy. But so I'm getting as much of it as I can in here. And then I'm going to take my eggs, which I hope are dry, one at a time. And there happens to be 6 little sections. So I'm going to put these 2 at a time in each, 2 in each little section. Oop, get back there. Get back there. Okay, and then we'll go green. Next section. And then we will do a blue one. Okay, and if any of my speckles are ugly, I can turn them around. Okay, now I'm going to go back to the brown. What are you thinking so far? Brown, pink. Okay, this is the one that is kind of a mess.
So, are you just trying to vary them by whatever, or?
It's not quite dry. Well, I'm kind of doing, I'm doing each of the 4 colors, and it's not completely random. Okay, so that's got big speckles, but that's okay. Some eggs have big speckles. So let's stick that one there. And I'm not going to need to glue these in because I'm going to put the other pink, green. I'm going to put the other wreath on top of this. Pretty speckles. Get back there. Get back there. Green, blue. Let go. Blue, brown, brown, pink. Well, that didn't come out right. I'm going to have to space them out a little bit more. Pink, green, and blue. Okay. So let me space these out just a little bit better. Okay. So I can kind of think of it as a clock. 12, 6. Okay. Okay, so I've got my eggs down. Now I'm going to put this on top and kind of cage them in. Pretty?
That's
Okay.
why you can say you're only going to have one side show.
I'm only going to have one side showing. So you're not really going to see the back side. Okay. So I've got some wire. And somewhere I've got some wire cutters. So I'm going to wire this cage together in a couple of places. And it shouldn't show. To do the opposite corner.
Deanna said that's really cute so far.
Thank you. Again, it might not be for everybody.
It definitely is a farmhouse look.
It is. It's meant to be too. Okay, so tighten that one.
Oh, my phone died again. It's up again.
And do a couple more. 1, 2.
Yeah, mine's doing the same thing, Patty.
3, 4.
My phone is
We
doing
got
the
phones freezing.
blinking and freezing, and it's not all us. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's our computer, if it's I know it's not all the satellites. So
And
I do not know.
shove some of that back in there.
Well, thank you. Liana says it's not all our fault. It's glad we're still rolling and enjoying watching.
Good. Good. 1, 2.
My
Let's do a couple more.
my phone won't even pick up now. So
Yep.
I know we're still broadcasting, but it just it is what it is.
And I'm going to tie one more together. And then I've had this next item for quite a while and I haven't used it yet. But I told you this if you just put it up on your wall like this, you're going to have this moss everywhere. So what I've seen used, this is ribbon, chicken wire ribbon. I got this at Hobby Lobby. This was $5 full price. And you know, you don't pay full price at Hobby Lobby, so it was probably 40% off of that. But it is basically chicken wire in a ribbon. So we are going to wrap this around the wreath to kind of hold that moss in. So I'm going to attach this, fold it over back there. So I'm just attaching it by folding, and I'm just going to kind of wrap it. So we'll see how this does. And
My wife wraps like a white girl.
it kind of goes with the egg theme because chickens, right? And it's going to hold in most of that Spanish moss. Needs a little more moss over there. Move it around.
I gotta get you off, buddy.
So I'm trying not to overlap it too much. It kind of overpowers it. And I'm hoping I have enough. If not, I'll have to unwrap it and wrap it looser.
Patty said she made one and used real chicken wire.
Oh, I bet.
And cut her hands up a lot.
I bet. But this is like 2 inches wide. I think I'm going to have just enough. This is about 2 inches wide, and the edges are nice and smooth. You still have to cut it with wire cutters.
It's still wire.
It's still wire, but there you go. Is that not cute? Does that kind of take away from it? Might be too much, huh? Might be too much. I don't know. I can always take it off later. And I'm going to trim that, and I'm going to tuck those in somehow.
Patty says she needs a Hobby Lobby around her. No, you don't, Patty. It's scary.
We are 2.5 hours away from the nearest Hobby Lobby, so we don't get there too often. Okay, so there
it's
is
right by Cabela's, so that's a good thing.
there is our wreath. Go back and I might thin out that chicken wire. But ta-da! Okay.
Yeah, for now.
Oh,
Let's
and I didn't mean to, but I splattered this. But
that'll make it match.
kind of makes it look good. Okay, so this is paint on wood, so I need to wax it. So, and I'm going to actually use, I have not used one of these. Surface wax is back in stock. So if anybody needs surface wax, go get it. And I'm going to use our new little surface wax applicator. It's just kind of a microfiber cloth front and back. So one side I can apply the wax. And I can turn it over and buff it off with the other side. And then you can toss this in the washer. I'm kind of glad I splattered that on accident.
Looks good, doesn't it?
It's like I meant to. Okay, let me clean this off.
Patty says she's never been to a Hobby Lobby.
Oh, really? Which Patty? Patty Bender hasn't
Bender.
been to a hobby. Oh my goodness.
Her education is lacking.
It's
severely lacking.
I almost want to tell you don't ever start. My mom used to tell me about cigarettes. If you don't start, you don't have to stop. So I could say the same thing about Hobby Lobby. If you don't start, you don't ever have to stop. Okay. And there we go. Okay, and where's my transfer I wanted to use?
I don't know. What did you do with it?
I put it somewhere safe. Put it somewhere safe. Okay, so I'm thinking hippity hop because there's eggs. Okay, and remember we used this transfer the other day for Hoppy Easter, and it comes with 6 designs. It comes with hippity hop. It comes with chirp, cute little bird. It comes with spring has sprung. It comes with hop to it. It comes with somebody loves you. And it comes with Hoppy Easter. Okay, so you get 6 different designs. If you're interested in this transfer, I have it in a cart link. If you type in hippity hop in the comments, you will get a supply list for this transfer and these surfaces, and also from our last project, the spinning bistro sign. So if there's anything you're not interested in, just take it out of the cart. And we are going to fuzz this because it's brand new and it's sticky and it will pull up. It will pull up my paint if I don't, even though I've waxed it. So I'm going to put some fuzz on the back. Woo! I just dropped my eggs. Okay. So I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to have the grain go up and down. I'm going to center this.
I was watching on the replay. It paused right where you went, whoop. So it comes back on and goes, woo. It did it again, woo. 3 times in a row.
Okay.
That was
Let's
funny.
see. Colors.
That was worth watching for.
I think since my speckles are brown, I'm going to do the words in brown in our bark. And then I think I will do you know what, should I go with the teal? There's not really any teal in there. Shall I go with the colors that are in there?
It's on the pink, right?
Oh, yes.
I probably put the blue and the brown.
I was going to do the letters in brown. I'm thinking of the eggs, though. Shall I do
Blue and green.
blue and
Here's
green?
the pink.
Okay, so do I want
Stick
to
with your
do, do I want
repetition
to
of your
do,
color.
no, how about colonial blue? And
Good
do I
contrast.
want the pesto green? Or,
Yeah, no, you don't want that spring green. The other green is too blue.
okay, I mean,
That's got yellow to it.
I've got these too, but I'm afraid that won't show up against the
Nope,
pink.
It won't be
Okay.
hard enough.
Okay, so we are going to use our colonial blue, and we're going to use our brown for the letters. I think I'm going to start with this. So this is our pesto green. I'm just trying to pull out some colors from our eggs. And I'm going to do the blue on this egg. And I'm going to paste and peel because I don't want that to dry. So I'm going to peel that up. Blue egg. And then I'll peel up this one. Now I don't have to worry about that paste drying in the screen, and I'm just going to lay this back down. And I'll put this away. I'll put this away. Bark. And our bark needs a stir stick. And squeegee, make sure that's down. And chalk over that screen. Get my excess and peel this off. Are we ready to peel and reveal? Hippity hop. And I'm going to stick this down here on a dish drying mat. This away. Okay, that's dry. Clean this up. Okay. Okay, so there we have it. So here is our egg wreath, and we will hang this down in the middle. So I'm going to get my power punch, and the key to this, because it's the hole punch is way back here, and if you do it right side up, it's hard to see. So I turn it upside down, and then that shows me exactly where that hole is going to go. So our power punch goes right through this 1/4 inch of wood like butter. Okay, power punch. Get you one. We sell them in our shop. And let's see, I'm going to use some twine, I think. And let's see if I do it this way. Okay. And maybe I'll completely go around. No, that will make it sideways. I'm going to do it this way. Feed it in there. And let me see if that's centered. Does that look centered?
Yes, ma'am.
Close enough? Okay. So here we have it. Work on getting that. Okay, so here's our little egg wreath with our hippity hop sign in the middle. What do you think? Tell me what you think. Show me some hearts if you love it.
If they can get
Our
there.
cute little egg wreath. I may go back through and ease up on the chicken wire ribbon, because it kind of blocks out the eggs a little bit. I see some hearts. Thank you so much. Okay, so look for these now on Facebook and Pinterest, and look for them in craft stores, because I see them everywhere. Cute little egg wreath for spring, little hippity hop. Again, if you're interested in the transfer or any of the pastes or the surfaces, type hippity hop in the comments. And I think that will be it for tonight. I'm going to let you go. We're already over time. Well, not that we have a time limit, but we went more than an hour. But I know you're going to lose an hour of sleep, so go to bed early. So set your clocks ahead before you go to bed, and we will see you. I don't think we're coming on tomorrow. I'll see you on Monday evening. Yep. Okay. So thanks so much for joining us, and nice talking with you. Do something creative every day. We'll see you later. Thanks. Bye-bye.